on this situation with Elgton Jenkins, gang, because, as I said last time we were talking about him at length, he has done everything that this team has asked, right? Gabe, you were just talking in the break about how there was talk at one point about, maybe he'll be a tackle in the future, and he, got paid as a guard, and now we're moving him to center. And every step of the way, Elgton Jenkins has been like, all right, yeah, whatever you need. I got you. Whatever you need, I can do it, and I'll make it work, and I'll learn a new position, even though he played center back in the day, back in college as well. And so it's frustrating a little bit as a fan who sees a guy like that, and as I said earlier, is a good soldier, and when he's saying, hey, can you just protect my guarantees a little bit? Can you just, do me a solid? They're going, nope, sure can't. And that, when you are rooting for a fan base, that's complicated, Gabe. That's where you're like, why? And I know I read the Packers News article that Elgton Jenkins is the second highest paid center in the league because of the way his contract was structured at the other positions. But there's a part of it that's like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I think you just got to take care of guys. You got to take care of people in your organization, and this feels like they just are choosing not to.
No, they want to have the option to move on from him. Should they make that decision? They don't want to pay him $24 million against the cap next year because that's an even higher number in terms of what centers are making. They don't want to have to do that. Hey, we'll play you this year, probably won't pay you next year, and then we're going to move on.
Well,
they are never going to do what's right for a player. They're only going to do what's right for them.
This is how players think. This is how they think, okay? Because the Packers are probably going to use that as leverage, and he's going to tell them to stick it where because he's the highest paid center is because he was paid as a guard.
Mm-hmm. Behind Creed Humphrey.
So he'll tell them, go pound sand. It's the old don't pee on my back and tell me it's raining. This is how they think, okay? Because Elgton Jenkins sitting there going, you took care of Clancy Clark, right? And he sucked last year, right? You asked him to do anything different? You asked him for a pay cut? You paid him, and he was terrible, okay? So if you look at him, I hope it doesn't play out like this, but I can see his logic that's like, how do I get more leverage? Well, I get more leverage, like I said, from taking reps away from someone they're going to replace me at center. I mean, what's Sean Ryan going to do? First game of the year with no snaps in the preseason. Hey, I'm going to play center. It ain't going to work, so he's trying to build his leverage, and I'll defer to Jason if he's not that kind of guy, but I guarantee you his agent is sitting there going, are you stupid? Okay? We kind of have him over the coals. That's why I'm wondering if this whole thing is planned. Because they're going to stink. You move a guy over to a position he hasn't even played. It's just bad. It's just bad business. And that's how they look at it. You're like, wait a minute. You're taking care of this guy, but you're not taking care of me? That's how they think.
And he's not asking for more money.
And he's not.
He's just looking for a little more guaranteed that he has on his
this year's
contract.
Guaranteed money means nothing.
Yeah, because
you play one play in the first game, you get your whole contract for this year. So it's all about next year.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like the way Goody does business. I just don't.
So you're in agreement with me that this it feels a little bit slimy. It feels a little bit like it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Because you know what Elgton Jenkins does? He goes to a new team next year, whatever, if he does play out the year, and he goes, you know what? I'd steer clear of Green Bay. They don't always tell the truth. They tell you what you want to hear, and then they pull the rug out from you. That's what happens. That's when it gets toxic. And that happens. I mean, players talk. Players talk to other players on other teams, And
I know offensive line is unique to other positions because it's not like they were going to come to you, Chew, and go, hey, how do you feel about playing tackle? It's just the offensive line is different because the Packers like drafting guys that are versatile, that they can move around. Brought up Jordan Morgan. He's been working out at left tackle in both guard spots. They like guys that are versatile, so you can move around a little bit. But you're asking a guy, hey, whatever happened to you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah.
We're asking you to move positions. Do something this late in your career. Move to a spot that gets paid less. Hey, we're going to take care of you, though. Thanks for being a good team guy. Yeah. We're going to take care of you. No, because we said
that seems like the least they could do, guys, right, for what they're asking. Because again, Chewy, and again, some of these positions are interchangeable on the offensive line, and we always talk about how Green Bay loves versatility. So maybe they go into it with the mindset every time they get a guy, but he could also play here, and he could also play here, and he could also play here. And the expectation is that we may do that. But that doesn't mean that the player is on board with that. Doesn't mean the player gets locked into Green Bay. They don't necessarily go, and you know what's cool about being in Green Bay? Not only will I play guard, but I might also play tackle.
Yeah.
And that might not be what they want to do. When you have focused your entire career or a bulk of your career at a certain position, I don't know, that familiarity, that comfort level feels like something I might want to keep going.
An offensive line is different than other positions because you can play into your 30s as long as you take care of your body. They're a good play. I mean, the tackle for San Francisco who's been there for 30 years. He might not be there anymore.
Trent Williams.
Yeah. But he's still there.
Yeah. You know, they can play. I just...
Jason Kelce played into his 30s.
But
Well,
now,
and that's what I was saying about the offensive line position. It feels like there's actually value in having veterans.
It seems like the Packers don't value center when paying them, if I were to take a guess.
Yeah.
The last good one they had, Corey Linsley, he got an All-Pro. They said, see ya.
Yeah.
And then he went to get more All-Pros
But this
after
is,
that.
you know, Jason gave us 2 examples with Devontae and Aaron Jones. Now, this is the 3rd one. You know, players know this stuff. The players don't want to be lied to. You know, just shoot straight. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he regrets moving to center. Now.
Again, I got to imagine that's a tough thing because you wanted to be a good teammate, right?
Yeah. I mean, I kept my mouth shut when Keith came in. And
Yeah.
I'm coming off of a Pro Bowl year, and all of a sudden, all right, you're the blocking guy. Well, blocking guys
Don't get
typically
paid.
don't make the Pro Bowl.
Right, but again,
You know
to
what I
Gabe's point, quid pro quo,
Yeah.
Clarice.
Yeah.
I was trying to do the line from Silence of the Lambs.
You know? So, and then Ron took care of me because after Keith left, I think after the San Diego loss, whoever we played there, I wasn't the best tight end in the league, but it doesn't matter. It's all of when you become a free agent and slotting. I said, nope, wanted just one time, highest paid at my position. Ron said, you know what? You're a good soldier. We're going to do that. And he did. That's what you expect, right? Like you said, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
And I don't know if Goody's that type of guy.
No, he's not. He's a little, I won't say it.
Let me save you.
Almost got it.
Let me save you.
Hey guys, it's Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Thanks for watching our clip. I'm sure it was super informative and educational. I'm just kidding. I love those knuckleheads. And we do it live every Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 a.m. on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get informed anytime we drop new content.